Hey everyone, today I want to talk about the moon in the 12th house in Synastry. Whew. Sorry, this is a heavy placement to have. But before we get into it, let's talk about the moon. So, the moon in astrology is it's the soul of our, identity. It's the subconscious part of yourself. It's your inner emotions. It's your soul, It's your true emotions, your feelings, how you respond, your behavior, and your moon placement is important and significant as it shows what sort of relationship you have with your mother. And to look more deeply into it, you look into your placement, where your moon's living, so the house, and what aspects is made to your moon, So that's why it's also very good to look when you start dating someone or you see a potential relationship with someone. It's very beneficial to look at your moon to see if your moons are compatible, and also to see what's aspecting the individual's moon. How do they regulate their emotions, and your synastry to see how you interact, and where the relationship has the potential to go. And so your moon is what emotionally drives you and what makes you feel comforted, understood, and secure. Your moon rules the most deepest parts of your being, your inner self, your soul, and it's how one expresses themselves, is the intuition, and how a person empathizes, so. And then your moon is your moon sign is based on the exact location of the sky when you was born, with the moon sign changing, every every 2 to 2.5 days. So now the 12th house is the unconscious part of oneself. So it's the hidden part of ourselves. The 12th house rules hospitals, because hospitals are hidden. Prisons are hidden. The 12th house is also a karmic house, and although karma has this name or this stigma of karma being bad, it just depends on what's happening and what's going on. Dreams falls here, secrets, spiritual realizations, charities, unconditional love, and empathy resides here. It's all the activity that is hidden behind the scenes. So I always see the 12th house as someone's attic. The attic of a house is hidden, right? And it's only when you go in there that you see what's there and what's going on. And the attic is usually dark. So having someone's moon come here, it's not as intense and as uncomfortable as someone's sun, because the sun illuminates. So the sun is shining bright on those unconscious patterns and those unconscious parts off of you. But with the moon here, we have a placement. I call this the "Are you my therapist?" placement, because when someone's moon falls in your 12th house, as the 12th house person, you will feel like this is someone that you can rely on. But this is also someone that might make you feel emotionally uncomfortable. Now, the 12th house person will, without any hesitation, it comes naturally. The 12th house individual will, we can go vice versa also. I don't want to make it seem it's just a 12th house or just the moon. You both can feel this way. But I'm just going to say from the 12th house because it's typically this way inclined. But of course, again, it can go both ways. But anyway, the 12th house person will, without hesitation, find themselves expressing and sharing the most intimate, confidential, hidden parts of themselves with the moon person. The 12th house person will have a soft spot for the moon person. The 12th house person will also go to the moon house for the moon person for advice. It's like the 12th house person sees the moon person as this spiritual guru, this guide, someone that has wisdom, you know. But of course, this is more so at the higher octave, because if someone's moon coming or 12th house, this person could be emotionally manipulated, but we'll get to that in a moment. But you know, it could be someone that plays around with your emotions and who is never there for you, but you're there for them, you know, someone that drains you emotionally. But anyway, so the 12th house person, or both of them, they will definitely think about each other very often. They'll dream of each other. The 12th house person will definitely dream of the moon. They may very well see this person before they actually meet them, and there's like a string between them, like an energetical string where they're pulled and they look at each other like, I know you from somewhere, because you do know them from somewhere. You've definitely met this person before, and it's either you're meant to be intertwined with each other in this lifetime, or you have unfinished business where there's some karmic lessons to be learned. Now, because it's the 12th house, the moon may feel hidden. The moon may feel like the 12th house person doesn't see them for who they really are. Because it's the 12th house too, remember, this is the unconscious house. So the 12th house person may feel paranoid or on edge around the moon person. They may feel like they can't express themselves. They may find it really hard to find their words. This is a very intuitive house, so they're definitely intuitively linked, psychically linked. You know, they probably will find themselves communicating on a 5D level, you know. But you have to remember to communicate openly. It's not easy because it can feel cloudy, hazy. The 12th house person may feel like the moon person disappears or is hidden in some way. And sometimes the 12th house person can project a lot of fears onto the moon person and can accuse them of things when really it's just that the moon is unraveling a lot of emotional baggage that the 12th house person is carrying. Now, because of this behavior, the 12th house person can definitely push away the moon person, because things are cloudy. So if you're not communicating effectively, a lot of assumptions can be made, a lot of inner turmoil can happen, because the 12th house person may feel as though the moon is hiding something, or they can't trust the moon. It can go vice versa. You both can feel suspicious of each other, but the love here is unconditional, you know. Even if this person does hurt you, you forgive them, you know. You can't help but not be mad at them. And this person could hide things from you for sure, because it is the 12th house. Both of you could hide things from each other, not ill intent things per se, but because this is the Pisces house, and Neptune and Jupiter are the co-rulers of Pisces, and Pisces is a water mutable sign, you know, so very sensitive. You're both very sensitive to one another, and you really care about one another. And I definitely do see this as a twin flame placement. Now, I know that word has become very mainstream. A lot of people get into these unhealthy cycles, and they think about someone obsessively and they automatically think, oh my God, that must be my twin flame. But please just be very careful when you're using those terminologies. Now, with this individual too, I do want to say you may see numbers, you know, angel numbers 111, 222, 333, before meeting this person. The more 12th house contacts you have, so say you have the moon, say you have the sun here, Mars, Mercury, it can make a difference. It'll be more cloudy and more to sift through because of the 12th house energy. I'm trying to think of what else can I but yeah, you definitely dream of this person, and you can find that you sleep well with this person as well. Sleeping tends to be a common thing with this contact. Intimacy is something as well. A lot of intimacy, a lot of cuddling, a lot of sex as well, a lot of healing, you know, crying, sharing childhood wounds, things that's happened at a young age, their fears, what troubles them, their worries, their anxieties. Someone as well may be suffering with mental health illnesses. One or the other could definitely be suffering with some sort of depression or anxiety, PTSD for sure. One or both of you guys could be dealing with addictions, drinking, smoking, getting high, or maybe this is something that you two do together. You know, you smoke, you chill, you're vibing. But sometimes you can meet this person when they're going through a heavy time in their life and they need some spiritual guidance, like a companion, you know? Yeah, like a companion. But intimacy, you know, crying during sex, cuddling, just holding each other, sleeping together, just really merging with one another. You both could be studying astrology together, doing tarot cards together, meditating together, for sure. Kundalini sex would really benefit you as well, if that's something as a couple, or if you're both aware of this placement that you have. But again, you know, this person can be, the 12th house person can be very irrational at times as well. This could be someone that they blame you for everything. Everything's your fault. They don't see the way in their errors. But you have to remember, please keep in mind that this person, no matter how they may act, these patterns are unconscious. So maybe taking some time apart will help them to see that, will help them to see the error of their ways, is what I'm saying. But yeah, this person definitely could, you know, drain you emotionally. It could go that way, where this person is in and out of your life, or the moon person is in and out. They just come to you when they need something, when they need emotional support, and then they go about their business. But this can be a very beautiful placement, a soulmate placement, one where you just feel so at home in the ethers, you know, like this is someone that you'll always remember, you'll always think of, even if they are on the other side of the world. You feel they're right next to you, you know. But this is a beautiful placement. But like I said, this could be a hidden enemy too, though. You know, this could be someone that wants to sabotage you. This could be someone that's out to get you. It just depends, you know, because you can have a mother and a child that have this synastry contact where it's a very beautiful unconditional love aspect, but then you could also have a case where a mother and a child, they have unresolved karma. Maybe the child was the parent in the last past life, and it's now they've now switched roles where now the child is the mother and they have to learn some lessons, you know. It's just, but we'll talk about this again, you know. I'm sure I'll do another moon in the 12th house synastry and talk about more things. But this is a very sensitive placement, and just know that you can make the 12th house person feel very uneasy. And just keep in mind that if you do have good intentions, the moon in the 12th house, just know that these thoughts and this paranoia that this 12th house person may have is more so to do with them than it is to do with you. They just have a lot to deal with, and whether or not they'll deal with it in this lifetime is another question. But yeah, very sweet placement. I know I'm going to probably finish this and go, oh, I wish I said this, I wish I said that, but I literally just freestyled this, guys. So there you go, moon in the 12th house. Cool, all right. Bye, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Are you in a dynamic like this? Is your moon in the individual's 12th house? What sign is your moon in? Are there any aspects going on? Is there any other 12th house going on? Activity, you know? Is Pluto involved? Is Pluto in the 12th house? Anyway, let me know. Take care, guys. Bye. Hey, everyone. Today I want to talk about the moon in the 12th house in synastry.